Right, so what we're going to do now, is going to start, delete this phase, no problem with it. It's going to be tight whether citizen will reach there. Just going to delete this quickly. No, I'm just going to quickly rebuild that for what's cut out. So let's delete here. Go as close as I can. It looks like there. Move out of the way, people. Right, put that there. That's it. And then build 2 pottery workshops. Yay! Something there. Yeah. 2 pottery. Yes, and we've built a clay pit there. Shoot some mouse is quite far back in case I've blocked the route. Right. Still get through here. So do here. Accepting that. The clay pit's already running, so that's good. Just going to build prefecture and engineers post here. Make sure. Right, pottery workshop's got employees now. We're just waiting for clay. It's just a warehouse now. That's it, warehouse got extra employees. Right now, advisors. But first of all, you've got for labour advisor. This is where you can sort out, check how many unemployed workers you've got, and you can file if you've got lack of workers. Then you can prioritise what you got and put the workers you have got in certain things. For example, if you don't need to worry about industry as much, but you need to make sure your water supplies got employees, and you can select priority level 1. This will cause that water service gets priority for workers. So workers you do have will mostly be put into water services, not so much in other areas. Just an example. So in this case we've got 35 unemployed workers at the moment, so that's not too problem. 14% is not too much. It only really comes a problem after you got something 20% unemployment, where you need to just open up more jobs really. Military fires, it's not important. You'll find it's a bit more important in next level. There's a little hint to what level I'm going to choose next. Imperial advisor, this tells you how Caesar feels about you as well as your own stats. So this is not important for this level, but it will be in the next level. So this is at the bottom here. You got clerk. This is your information about you. Now you've got your own salary. Now the salary you're at depends on what rank you are. You can set yourself to a higher salary, but it doesn't look good in Caesar's favour. You need to make sure Caesar's satisfied, because if you don't, he sends a big army on you, and it's either you eliminate it or you're out, get defeated. So you want to make sure Caesar's happy all the times. If Caesar's happy, then you're okay. If he's not happy, then you're in trouble. Simple as that. In this case, the first level is citizen, and so on the next level is just clerk. As you go through the game, you will get higher ranks, and you will be getting more money per month. Now this money comes out of the city's finance. So that money say 22 denarii. Now with the money here, you can do 2 things. You can either send a gift, you can use it to buy a gift for Caesar, which makes him happier. Or you can give it back to the city. So if your city's running low on money, you can give money you saved up back into the city. So it's almost like an emergency fund kind of way. Right, ratings again, it's not important in this level, but it will be more important in the next level. So in your stats, in level later you'll have targets you'll need to meet in these. Culture, prosperity, peace and favour. At the moment, it's not important in this level. But culture represents like things like entertainment, buildings. Well, kind of like trying to think of the best way to do it. Basically, more entertainment, education, and health buildings, things like that, the higher the culture rating. If you want to know how to build up culture and you've got money, you can always have quickly, it gives you a little hint there. So in this case, it's got too few libraries, but you can't build libraries in this level, so as it doesn't matter. Prosperity is how nice it's kind of like it's how well your city's going really. So if your house is really high up, and you've got plenty of money coming in, things like that, then you'll possibly get a high prosperity. It's usually one of the harder ones to bring up below, I've noticed, well, for me anyway. You'll find later levels are most likely that, oh, I'll be desperate to try and bring it up, but go up! Peace this is probably for one of the easier ones. As long as there's no riots or invasion or any damage happening to the city or anything like that, then it'll just go up. But if you are getting a good kick in on things like riots, you probably won't see me get any riots. I practically never get any riots. The only time I've ever got riots is when I've on purposely messed up my city just to see what riot that happens with a riot. A riot is devastating when you get it, but you probably won't see it happen in this Let's Play, I'm afraid. It's quite easy to avoid a riot. But invasions, you'll see plenty of invasions, they just won't be successful. They'll just kill all the enemies. But you'll see more about that in the next level. 5 favours is how happy Caesar is with you. Higher the rating, the happier he is with you. Trade advisors, where you see information about your goods, like for example you can stop at industry, so if I don't really need any wheat, I can turn industry off, and the workers from that will go back into the employment pool. I can turn it back on like that. And if I want to, for example, if I want to save up on a particular resource, like tell my markets and things like that, or any traders not to buy it, then I can stockpile it. So in this case, the clay will just get stored in the warehouse and just go up in the warehouse. It won't be sent to pottery workshops. That's quite handy in later levels when you've got something called Caesar's orders, and you need to stockpile resources so you can make up for Caesar's orders. You'll see more about that in the next level anyway. It's quite handy for that. It's not so handy in this level. Population files is where you can see information about your people. In this case, you see rate of population over time. Census is how old each of those people are. It's important because they're people in a certain age. Apparently, I've not noticed this really that much. You don't really notice it, but people in a certain age can only work. But I've seen cases. But to me, it seems like people. I've never really noticed that. Really, I don't know. To me, it seems. I don't know really. Yeah, they haven't got 650 people, 600 odd people, if I know. There's only a certain number of that that's actually employable workforce. So, maybe it is that case. When they're in a certain age though, they become eligible for work, but they get. And by society, it shows you how well your houses are. Things like, so how advanced your houses are. So at the moment, all our houses are at the same level, and they're all this bit here. You can see we start with small tents, and eventually go up to like, oh, what's the name for the last one? Last house was big though, it was like size like 16 spaces, like 4x4 something like that, or 5x5, something like that. They're huge anyway. If they're 4x4, sorry, yes. Something like luxury palaces or something. I think the last one is. I can't remember though. I've had them before. You'll see them in the Let's Play most likely. But they buy a ton of money. I know farmhouse can hold farmhouses can hold 200 people, and they pay a ton of money to tax. You got a house, make sure you've got things like palaces and villas, and you want the tax code going by, as they pay a lot. Rich people pay a lot of tax, get a lot of money from that. It's very handy. Health is provides you information about your health bonus as well as overall health. If you've got poor health, then your city starts suffering from plagues and diseases, which isn't good. But as long as your health is good, as long as your health is quite high, which is kept by having multiple food sources as well as good overall health, then things that doctors can reduce it, clinics there can reduce the health. Bathhouses and barbers don't really affect health that really, I've noticed, but clinics do though. So as long as your health's quite okay, at the moment it's okay, but it's not perfect, then you won't have to worry about disease that much. So, education is information about the education of your city at the moment. Not much to say really there. And so it's basically the same as education, but it shows information about entertainment buildings. Also, you can arrange festivals here. Festivals are quite handy if you want to quickly please a particular god, or if you want to make your citizens happier, you might see you use them every now and then. So a whole new festival, choose a god, dedicate it to, and choose what type of festival you want. Grand festivals require wine though. We don't have wine in this level, so grand festivals are impossible in this level. But you'll see me use festivals later. Finally, religion advisors tells you information about the temples. It also tells you how each god is feeling about you. In this case, it's all okay. They're not unhappy at all. As I say, 750 each small temples can accommodate, so roughly. So we're going to have less population than that anyway. So one set of temples is fine. Gods should be fine at the moment's level, but at the moment, you'll see lightning bolts appear next to them if they start to get angry with your city. So if you start seeing lightning bolts, build temples to them immediately, get them happier before they start showing you wrath in your cities, because some of the gods can be deadly on your city. As I said, Neptune's not that deadly if your city doesn't rely on ships. This city doesn't, no, that's the last one, so you won't be able to do practically stuff all in your city. Whereas some of the others, like for example Ceres, keep her happy, because if she gets angry, the minor warning will just destroy all your crops in your farms. Just destroy all the crops so your farms have to start growing them again. That's not a big problem, might delay them slightly, but that's about it. But if she sends a worse form of anger on you, it stops your farms producing for a while. Deadly if you're relying on farms for your food and that. So best keep them happy. As long as you've got enough temples to keep them happy, then they should be fine. You shouldn't really have any problems with them. In this case, at the moment, it will be fine. Finances is information about how much money you get. At the moment, we've just been losing money. So the only money we've been coming in are from taxes, and as I said, tents don't basically give you stuff all. They also give you pretty stuff all. Taxes become much more worthwhile, as I said many times. Once you've got a high level house, things like villas and palaces, then taxes become a really reliable source of money from them. So you pay a ton of money. I mean a ton. At the start, your main form of money will be from selling stuff, which will be explained in a moment. Like I said, that bit, we can adjust the tax rate here. 7% is just keep tax like that for the moment. That way, that way it's okay. People won't mind too much for that. Obviously, you want to make people happy with the lower tax rate, but you'll get less money. And finally, chief advisor just gives you like an overall view. So you see, so if you lack employees, if you need more employees, then that won't tell you, but this will. It'll tell you up front how many employees you're short by. Right, so you can see that. Okay, that's advisors. Oh yes, and if gods are happy with you, then they'll give you a blessing. But it only happens once per game. Once per level in this game. So in this case, this is Ceres, but this is what Ceres does if you make her happy. Boost fertility with growing crops. This makes them grow quicker, so they just grow a lot quicker for a short while. It doesn't say permanent, just for a short while. So it's quite handy. And our granary's getting pretty full there. That's not a problem though. It's better to be full than empty. There's still in clay. I'm actually going to build a second clay works because we have got some spare employees. I'm going to build a second clay works and more pottery. Right. Let's just check something actually.
Should be security.
Alright, just need to make some pottery. Okay, let's just check him. So it's just checking. So it gives you little hints if you go back on there, and it gives you little hints about what to do. There's one more tutorial message to pop up, which is important. It'll show you your main source of money, especially at the start of the game. So, having trouble getting to employees. Oh, it's going down now. Okay, he's going employees. Okay, let's check him. Right. Okay, one pallet works. It's got clay now. I got that, and the microphone slipping away from the headset. Next. You might click out to see how much money it's paying tax. That's stuff all. Yeah, stuff all. Low houses, as they give stuff all tax. Sometimes it's not even worth it. Basically, once you've got higher level houses like villas and palaces, then it becomes a lot more worthwhile. Because rich people pay a lot of tax. Right, so at the moment it's running smooth. Once we've got some pottery coming into the warehouse here, you'll start a farm tutorial message, and also the market will start spraying. You'll get the pottery and start spraying into houses. There's market spent time for wheat, a lot of wheat. My grandma's bought need for 100 years. What's space for one more wheat? One bar. Can't over wheat. There's no space, and the carts are just way outside the farms. Oh, there we go. This is the last tutorial message. Trade with the Empire. Well done. You now have a successful industry in the city. Now you can turn that into cash. Trade can be both made a source of income for a city and a source of desired goods. Click the Empire map button and see a map of Roman Empire and its surroundings. Right now, Rome has hardly any empire at all, so you only see a few cities in the map. Your success will help it to grow later. Yeah. The city with a black and gold flag is yours. The city with a red flag is one happy to trade with you. Look at it to see which products it is prepared to buy from you or sell to you. Click to open a trade route, which will cost money. I'll show you this in a moment. Now go to your trade advisor. Click a small picture of pottery to see how many you have stored in your warehouse. Click on the not trading button and it will change to export over and some arrows. Click on the arrows until it says export over to. This authorizes the sale of any pottery in your warehouse in excess of 2 cart loads. Exit to the main game now, and before long you'll see a donkey move through the city. If you have more than 2 carts of pottery in your warehouse, it will stop and remove it, paying you at the same time. The first export sale. Trade carts don't look like that though. My guess is this picture from beta. They don't look like that. Although, no, that's because they does look slightly later though. That's racist trade. More about it a lot later in the game though. That'll be after like probably done quite a few levels first. But as the ammo, they look different from that. You'll see what they look like. They look like 3 people on donkeys. You can expand the city further with income taxes and property sales, financing growth. Yes, trade is probably your biggest finance at the start. Very early on, you want to get some kind of resource set up to sell. So if you go into the Empire, you'll click on that button. That's what we mentioned. Let's see. This is Rome's borders. It's quite small. These red flags here. It marks the edge of their border. So city with black and yellow flags. This one is our city. Blue cities are other Roman cities, but they don't want to trade with us. They haven't got anything to trade with us. While ones with red flags are trading with us. So in this case, we've got Capua. Now it shows you here what they buy and sell, as well as how much deny is to open trade with. We want to open trade with them. Yeah. Now this is a land trade, so it's no problem. If it's a sea trade, then you'll need a dock, but you'll see that in later levels. I think next level you'll see it. Right, so one thing it didn't tell you though, which is important, is how cities don't just buy an unlimited amount of goods, they only buy or sell a certain amount each year. When it goes to next year, then these will be set to 0. So they'll only buy a maximum of 15 pottery in 1 year. This is important, so you can't just rely on that city to buy every single bit of industry you make. And the trade merchants also carry a certain amount as well. You can only carry, I think land trade ones can only carry a maximum of 8 goods to buy. So you can sell a maximum up to 8 goods as well. So that's important. One thing's quite handy though is they buy wheat, so I can actually also tell, because our ground is getting quite full up, I can open up for wheat, some room for wheat in the warehouse. and so we can start selling that as well. But wheat doesn't find much money. So as we go back to Trade Advisor now. Now it says export it until it's over 2 goods. I'm going to make it just 1. No, actually 2 is fine. I know we have it on 2 anyway. I'm also going to do the same thing for wheat, as I said. Export goods over 0 years. So you won't go to granary for it, it has to be in your warehouse. So I'll open up the warehouse to accept wheat as well. Now what I'm thinking of doing, I'm going to tell them to import irons, bring in iron and then export weapons. Because again this doesn't show you text tutorial, but you can actually import raw materials that you haven't got and then make it to use that to make it into goods. In this case we can import iron and use it to make weapons and take it back to the city. Funny, but you won't see that later, but you can take it back to other cities though. That's what I'm going to do, that just boost sales a bit more. So then open up that. Set. So now these guys will start sending to the warehouse as well.
It's more entertaining than the rest of this city.
Now shut up. Now build weapons factories now. Weapons become important in the next level. I'll show you why in the next level. They're not important in this one. You just point in this level is you can tell them, there you go, that's what trade cannons look like. There's the market person's got the possibly. Now employees now, you start getting employees. Now you just need to get to 650 people now. You're going to sell the iron now. And now warehouse person's going to bring it to the weapons workshops. Go down, go down, go down. Now. Down, down, down. Down. Good. Right, that's supposed to get to employed. Let's see. Play that. And so you've started buying the wheat and selling iron.
This is going very well.
Nearly at 650 now. You see my seat grow a lot faster as the party started being distributed. Unfortunately I haven't got any other forms of entertainment themselves, so that's not possible. It's getting really higher than that. It's highest we can get in this mission. So nearly at 650 though. Sirius is blessing. Yeah, Sirius is blessing is worn off now. Anyway, that's basically basics of this game, really. And that should be the second tutorial mission now. There you go.
You learn quickly. You now have the skills to complete a real assignment. From now on, you can choose your career's direction. Take the more peaceful province to concentrate on governing, or the more dangerous one to confront Rome's enemies.
And I think with that, I'm going to end the part here. This will probably be 2 parts long, depending on how long it is, actually. But anyway, I'll end it here. I'll see you next time when we start for real levels, the proper levels. Now, those 2 are just the tutorial levels. Now we get to make real main levels, where the game really opens up. See you then.